Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit here, just in case there's something up ahead. Last night, when I was skinning my otter outside, I heard a couple of kind of distress sort of sounding calls from a wolf or a coyote. It didn't last very long, but it sounded, from home, it sounded like it was coming from this direction, so maybe I got lucky and I actually got something in the trap, I don't know. I got the crossbow here. We'll continue the discussion on the crossbow's effectiveness and stuff like that. Well, where's my trap set up? Thought I heard a crunch. I get excited very easily. Okay, nothing went in there. Alright, so I'll leave that. I'm going to readjust that again later. That's a pretty poor setup, but anyway, okay, so we're doing the trap check. Yesterday I was raining bait in the trees and stuff like that. I grossed out a few trees. I'm sure they puked, throwing rotten turkey juice on them. But we're gonna, doesn't look like anything came through here last night. Maybe tomorrow night. Yeah, okay, so I'll be talking about it later, but yeah, this is ideally what I'm gonna say. See, there's a bit of a hill, and then you got the flood down there and a bit of a creek. And then you got the dam right there. This is where we're going to set for the wolves, so they just come running in here. And there's a guy who says he's caught over 300 wolves in the past 15 years doing that. Oh yeah, I see what he's talking about. He says, because like the wolves, he says the alpha will be down there at the bait. Where are you? Oh, he's jumping around on me. I would have got him though. There he is. Thunk, you're mine. Little squirrel. I'm not going to shoot the squirrel though. I mean, $15 bolt on a squirrel and a $10 broadhead or a $20 broadhead. No, thank you. But anyway, you can see here the wolves would just come in and they would just leap through there. Now, the other wolves, the alpha would be down there at the bait, taking his fair share, and the rest would be up here circling around for other stuff. And if they see it, then they're just going to charge down. So a little bit of a hill. Their eye line is on the bait down there, not the snare right in front of them. And they just run right into it. So that's how it looks. All right, so we're going to go check my other traps. Okay, so in the last video, I was kind of talking about, you know, how, you know, the crossbow might not be the best SHTF kind of tool, because there, you know, there's some things to consider that every time you fire a bolt that you lose, you know, they're kind of irreplaceable unless you have a way of making them. So you'd have to go with a lower poundage crossbow unless you were able to make at least 450 grains of bolt, you know, that kind of stuff. But let's go check my other traps here. The thing is that there is advantages. Obviously, again, these things you might as well say are shooting suppressed in the sense that they don't make a lot of noise. They make enough noise, but you know, like I was talking to a game warden one time. He says, "Yeah, this is the number one poaching tool because you know nobody hears the shot, right? You know, once they get a couple of football fields away, they're you know a couple hundred yards away, nobody hears the shot. There's nothing in there." Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down, point it in a safe direction, and do the scary part. Now if it dry fires, that's it for the crossbow, but I don't want it sitting there with something that deadly on it. Yeah, so I'll just leave that there. The safety's on. Just gonna go check my trap. I'll be moving this one in, maybe not today. It's got to deal with my otter. But anyway, yeah, so some of the advantages are quite obvious too. Like I say, number one is quiet. If you can find a way to make bolts and broadheads that are of adequate balance and accurate and all that. Yeah, so I'm going to be resetting that. That was just an experiment, that trap. December is going to be like refine all the traps. And I don't know why I don't just keep using this way right here. I think I'm going to put, well, a little more snow. The next time the wolves come in, I'll know where they're going to be. And they usually do run in through here, but they're usually always more up ahead. So anyway, I'm sorry, brain farting there. But anyway, yeah, so the other advantages to the crossbow are quite simple. You know, like they're low recoil, so anybody can use them. They're quieter. They definitely have lots of killing power with adequate, you know, adequate broadheads. Now, how did I get into here? I trapped myself. I'm such a good trapper, I trapped myself. That looks cool. That was cold last night. A little bit of a dusting, everything's frozen. Well, find my way out. So that's kind of like some cool stuff about it. Right now, if you're here in Canada, there's no regulations on owning them so far. Like, I mean, where you can shoot them, yeah. Like, I mean, you can't shoot them in your city backyard without your neighbors calling the cops on you, nor should you, especially the powerful crossbows like that. I mean, you know, if that bolt goes over the fence, even with a target tip on it, that'll kill somebody, you know what I mean, very, very, very quickly. No fur. So there's that. The next thing is, yeah, these two traps will be resettled somewhere else as well. I just tried it because there was a mink trail there and gonna move it and whatever. Ow, what just hit me? That was weird. Yeah, something just hit me on the arm. I don't know what it was. And yeah, so regulations wise, now's the time to get them before, especially up here in Canada. I mean, we're facing a gun ban. It won't be a total gun ban all in. Don't want to lose my tongs here. I think that's what hit me. Better check that. Sure, it was my tongs are too expensive to lose. Oh, that was definitely cold last night. Sorry, just gotta check this. So, and see if he says. Where's my trap? Yeah, gotta load this up a bit. Whoop. There's my trap. Okay. That trap's coming out too. That's what happens when everything freezes over. Eh? But let's check out this, see if I got that Godzilla otter. I think my tongs are about to fall out. I gotta deal with that before I go any further. So anyway, yeah, so regulation wise, it's a good idea to put on my tongs. Oh, that would be bad. I would hate to lose these. That would be way too expensive to lose those. I'm way too poor to lose things that expensive. Anyway, there. That's better. So yeah, so you got that advantage. You can get them now, and it'll be a while before. I mean, they'll ban all the guns before they go to that. It'll be a while before they get all the guns banned. Be probably about within 10 years, I would imagine. But all the semi-autos could be gone in 2 years, legally anyway. Oh wow, Wow, that really froze. I was going to put a starch end to my trapping setup here. Okay, I'm going to cut out one big chunk. And cut my chain. And yeah, so there we go. Got these big chunks of ice out of here. I gotta take my glove off. Don't sit off my own trap. That'd suck. Okay. Any fur? Oh, cold on the hands. But okay. Start multitasking here. It's good to keep these open. The longer you keep them open, the more fur potentially you get. So a lot of times too, just breaking it open, it draws in the animals. Remember, the trail is the bait. It's not super cold out here today, so. But putting my hands in here, it's not as fun as you think it would be. I'm only grabbing ice. Man up for once in a while. There you go. We'll get this out. All that work should get me at least a gigantic Godzilla beaver or an otter. It's not like this is going to freeze